Hello there, I'm Peter Still. I'm the osteopath at Gray's Complementary Clinic. I'd like to talk to you today about techniques to adjust your office chair. I'd like you to first of all look at a chair that I borrowed from my neighbour. What we have here is a rather old chair with a mesh back. The seat can't be tilted, it has the normal height adjustment, but really quite limited to that. This part of the seat, although it seems to have a curve in it, as soon as any pressure is applied will just collapse backwards, so there's no support for the lumbar spine. The lumbar area is this part at the bottom of the spine, which in humans has a hollow. As I'm a human and so are you, you need to keep this contour. If you were a cat or a dog, you wouldn't need to worry because your spine would be flexed in that way, so the whole spine has one curve in this direction. But this enables us to stand upright, and we have to maintain that curve when we're sitting, otherwise we get back problems. If you look on the underside of this chair, there's a round knob under the front edge. This is an adjustment for a tensioner which simply allows the back of the chair to recline when you lean into it. This isn't really very helpful at all for office work. It may be okay for relaxing, listening to someone talking, but really not practical for active office work. Because when I come to the desk, I'm forced to sort of slump my lumbar spine in this position. If I want to get out of the chair, it's really quite an effort. I have to again go into that bent position to try and get out. Compare that to this chair. You'll see that this chair is already set up with a slight forward tilt. I usually advise people to try to set the base of the chair with a forward tilt so that a pencil will just about roll off the chair like this. When that tilt is set in the correct position, that tilts the pelvis forwards, and there's very little need to give extra support into the spine. The back is there when you want to relax, but that forward tilt gives you the correct position. You're ready to do work at the desk. You can get up out of the chair with no effort. So that's the first thing I always tell people to set up with the office chair. There's usually a clutch underneath on a good chair which will allow you to make that adjustment, and so you can get this forwards and backwards position. Once that is set, then get the height right. You should aim to be able to get your feet flat on the floor, but tending to put a little more weight on the balls of the feet. That gives you a very dynamic position. You can reach out, you can get up easily. Once you've got that set, you can then look at the back of the chair. You may find that can go up and down, so you can get the lumbar area into the correct position for you. You may find there's an adjustment to let that recline back, so if you have a less active office job, if you're, say, watching a control panel or talking on the phone, that may be a better position. If you're working on the computer or writing, a slight forward tilt is better for that. This chair also has height adjustment for the arms. Arms aren't always necessary. They can get in the way if you're doing desk work, especially if you're in and out of the desk a lot, and you may find they will collide with the desk, so if you can drop them down, that's easier. But you may be better off taking them off completely. Usually there's an Allen key or a screw underneath here. They can be taken off easily either by yourself or by your maintenance department. So there's a contrast between two different types of office chair. The one with the fixed base that can't tilt backwards or reclines, or can't tilt forward or reclines backwards, as opposed to a good quality chair that has all these adjustments, allowing the lumbar spine to be preserved in its normal curve. Thank you very much for listening. I'm Peter Still, I'm at Gray's Complementary Clinic, and if you'd like to visit our website, it's www.fit4living.co.uk.